at this point, I don't know. It's I haven't heard anything in probably a year. Oh yeah, I can turn down the sound effects. Only that much though. Oh wow, okay. That's a good shot. This is another level. It's kind of weird to have online, but I love it. Oh. So nobody's winning this one. That was a gimme. Oh, same idea. Love the horse head. I'm like blind to grenades now. I think I got used to them at one point when I played all the time, and now it's just like they don't even exist till they blow up in my face. The Vite. Oh. Yeah. I think I can. Is he in the game right now? No. Oh, hey. You're in the chat. Greetings, Vite. Thanks for coming to the stream. It's good to have you. Are you gonna get into a game eventually? Try to play some duck game, or are you just watching? There's not much of a challenge for me here, but these guys are pretty good. Good to see Mr. Duck in action. It's been a very long time. Oh my god, the damn minigun. Yeah, DG survival mode, it was kind of like, what it was meant to be is sort of a horde mode, like in Gears of War and things like that, where you sort of stand in the middle of a room and like these cyborg ducks come from every angle. Dude, did you wump up there? Can't even. Yeah, so it was supposed to be a, Garp. Okay. I'm actually very curious. I wish I could play with you guys like in person, because the online's so much harder to deal with compared to actually being in the same room. But I was talking about the survival mode. It was kind of just like, yeah, cyborg ducks would sort of attack the middle of the room, and you'd have to hold them off as long as possible. And it was a really early idea. It's something that I think I had under like work in progress in the Ouya version, so it never ended up coming to be. No. I don't know if I'll ever do it in this version, just because there was a lot of like there's a lot of content involved, and there's a lot of things about gameplay in general that I would want to change, I think, to make a mode like that be fun. But I did want to have like AI ducks at one point too. They're like half implemented. Oh yeah, there should be a vid of the stream. I have OBS recording, but I've never recorded and streamed at the same time, so... Oh, good. What happened? Did the level not load properly? Ooh. I should have practiced before this. Oh, I get ya. Okay. I mean, it's a pretty silly map, honestly. It's a later edition. Sometimes I think if I ever did a duck game too, these are the things that I would focus on. Is there's a lot of design things that I was really careful about at first, and then I kind of just started to have fun with it, and I added things that seemed cool, and some of them aren't. So I think if I did a new big duck game, I'd try to take it as seriously as possible, and not have levels like that. But I'd still have fun levels and like random boxes and presents and stuff, because you gotta have that. Sorry if I'm missing any questions, by the way. That's definitely trying to pay as much attention to playing as possible, while also answering questions. But the angles actually were a pleasant surprise, which I find in game development, if you kind of just try to make things interesting and like polish things from the beginning and always make everything kind of have purpose to it, then some stuff just comes up magically. Like I just made the guns rotate because it looked better, and I kind of liked that there was a delay between aiming forward and then aiming up. Like you kind of had to like flap your wings and then go like that, so you could tell that the gun was moving up, so you could fire upwards. And the fact that you could fire in the middle actually is a pleasant surprise, and probably I think one of the best parts of the game now. I actually implemented it because of well, I guess not because of, but I was always inspired by the Godfather game for like the original Xbox and GameCube and stuff like that, because I remember in that game, like, you could pretty much fire your gun whenever you wanted. Like, if you press the fire button and you're not in a cutscene, your gun would just shoot in whatever direction it was aiming. So if you're standing with a shotgun, kind of like this, it would just like fire to the side when you pressed fire, so you could just like shoot cars beside you like by accident, seemingly. And wow, that's someone's invisible there. Yeah, I feel like every game with guns should be implemented that way. Like, if you've got a gun and you've got a button to fire it, it should be shootable whenever, even if it doesn't make sense. Most games kind of wait for you to get into like an aiming phase, and that's no fun. No, I don't have a Patreon. I feel like I don't do enough good art yet to justify it. But maybe one day. The fact that we didn't discover yet. Mostly not. A lot of the stuff that that took a while for people to find are like the little fun things, like closing eyes on a downed duck. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this guy. I don't even know if this is loaded. Okay, it's not. All the trying in the world can't save me. The closing eyes and converting, like, if you close a duck's eye when they have a flower next to them, it converts them into a gravestone and plays like a funeral song and things like that. I think are the things that took a while for people to find, but like secret skill wise, people have found like a bunch of stuff I never even knew about, and like especially just people kind of messing up levels and doing things with them that I didn't expect, that make me think like, wow, why did I even put that ledge there? Things like that. Cool. Duck game in Spanish. I would like to do localization stuff. I've been contacted a few times and thought about it, but and there's not a whole lot of text in the game to translate. Damn. Oh, I feel useless. I don't know when translations would happen though, because it's just, I guess I need to get back into development first. I need to get the Steam version out. I need to get the Switch version updated, because right now it's all kind of in limbo and one foot forward kind of thing. Oh my! Can't aim down that way, can you? Oh man. It's like I feel really bad not working on the game more because it's just I always see everybody playing it and all the love for it, and I remember like during development I played the game endlessly. I went to every show. I spent the whole time at shows just like playing with people, not eating. Coming in at the beginning of the show, leaving at the end, like having played dozens and dozens of people, and like it was my favorite thing to do for a long time. And I think if anybody could say that the design in this game is good, I'd say it's 100% because I played it with people at shows. Like people taught me what was wrong with it over and over again, just watching them, the things that they do, the things like, and I guess I played a lot of that game then, and I've been updating it for like 4 years now, and it's I guess sometimes I think about, you know, like which of the other things should become the next thing that I'm actually gonna release. When is Duck Game done? And when does Duck Game 2 become a thing? I don't even know. I can't believe the amount of support and just the amount of mods and hats and I don't know. I don't think I could ask for anything better in the whole world. Like, you guys are amazing. I guess I feel very like I need to give more back. Whoa, how did I do that? That was, wait, oh, maybe the tongue implemented, oh yeah, that's right. I think if you ragdoll, you can stick out like a shitty rectangular tongue in this. I don't know if Duck Game 2 is gonna happen in the close future. I've thought a lot about it, and I know a lot of what I would do. And I know the engine I would use because I've been working on it for a long time, but ooh, 8-player might be fun. Not mind trying that. But Duck Game 2 is definitely not on the radar right now. As for map tool selection, I think I really like that idea because it's kind of like you can build playlists of maps, but you can't really pick the order of them, and I guess that's kind of weird. Like it forces you to get the random element. Oh, Duck Game 2 would definitely have Duck Game story mode. That's probably what I've thought the most about. Like, you'd like meet Vincent at different places to buy guns and stuff from him, and Chansey would be like a recurring character who would do like co-op missions with you and stuff. I like the idea of like a Duck Game that sort of goes outside the virtual world that's in this one, and oh, great! I didn't have to do anything. I got a point. Lore you don't know about? I don't know. I'm not completely sure how much people know. Like, basically though, what it's kind of supposed to be is It's like a post-apocalyptic future that I'd have to think about deeper. In a story. Maybe there's some ducks in the duck game universe that aren't, you know, trying exercises in the real world, or even like, you know, moving to other planets and things, because obviously the duck game one outside of this virtual universe is kind of messed up. I'm lost too, man. Bagels. I am not very good at duck game anymore. Or expressing myself in a way that doesn't end up just being me sitting in front of a computer for a couple of years and saying, here it is, I've managed to cobble together an expression over a long period of time. Twitch integration. That would be pretty funny. Like Twitch plays duck game. That'd be kind of cool actually to have an AI, like a neural network AI that watches people play and figures out the basics of it, and then you could sort of like, Twitch could tell them general strategies to follow instead of saying like move left, move up, or well, jump. Oh, finally I got an angle shot. Oh, and there's a rectangular tongue. It's real. Yeah, check this out. Not epic. Thanks, Daniel. Definitely very nervous, but I appreciate you guys' support and do the best I can to be coherent. This level here is like one of the first levels I ever made. It was in it was one of the, I think the first level I implemented when I implemented the space tile set. Probably before the Uria version came out. That game movie. That game. Oh, that's impossible. That'll probably never happen. I would definitely like to do the 8-player mod. That would be cool. I almost feel like I should put the camera over top of the chat because I keep like looking over to it when I talk instead of up at the camera. I don't know if that's weird. Yeah, after this round we should definitely switch to 8-player. That would be really cool. Oh, I did die. I thought he just caught my ragdoll body for a sec. "32 players. Oh. Man, the bandwidth already has such a trouble with 4 players. I'm amazed 8 works. To do 32 would be like unreal. You might need to do some online optimization at that point. Oh, montages. Do you mean like on YouTube and things like that? I'm so half watching. Oh. Don't be rude. Oh yeah, Potato, I have seen some of your montages. They're pretty good. I should probably retweet them. I have a habit of like watching things and being like ha ha ha, and then just putting my phone down and doing something else, or like going on to something else. I got bad attention span. I need a Yes, Mr. Duck, I have. I definitely I haven't seen them all though. I think I've seen like maybe 2 of yours. I'm trying to think of like when I watched them. Cause like you put a lot of them up, right? Like I mean, you have like a whole channel with a ton of stuff. I need to catch up with it. Like definitely, I'm out of the loop. You can tell by the way I'm playing even. RDZ dev game. I should actually type this stuff down. No, I've never really watched tournament footage actually. Do you have any tournament footage that's like particularly good to watch? I haven't kept up with the online GG tournaments lately, unfortunately. It's after the Switch version came out, I kind of reached the point of computer burnout, and I went away from the computer for a while and kind of lost touch with things like that. And also, it's like, I guess, part of me as a developer, I enjoyed watching the videos when I was working on it, because like you'd always see bugs and problems and things, and you could say, well, oh well, I can go fix that now, and like then it'll be like it won't happen again. And now I have a sense of guilt watching stuff, because I like, especially watching people play online, I see all the bugs and weird shit happening, and then it's like, ugh, why is this game so buggy? And like when I'm not working on it, I feel helpless to fix problems. Oh, cool. I'll check out that playlist, Potato. Yeah, understanding the code goes a long way. And it's, yeah, as I was saying, you gotta... seriously dedicate. Definitely gonna update the game again. Oh my god, that bullet hit me for sure. I'm definitely gonna update it again, at least one more time, like, just... And so I can get better at it, so I can fight you guys properly and, not feel like I'm getting trounced. But, the game's not done until it's got all the bugs fixed, and especially in the PC version, there's a lot of stuff that could be better. There's a lot of stuff that's better in the PC version too. Like I was sad that the Switch version couldn't have the online maps and custom hats like this one does. That stuff is really fun. Oh, I'm not dead. That'll work. Crossplay. Oh, don't say that word. I wanted to do crossplay for the Switch version, but it was decided pretty early that that was going to be a really big deal, and that we should focus on it later. And I don't even know where to begin with it, honestly. I think a lot of it has to do with like discussing with Nintendo and Sony and places like that, and saying, you know, can we do crossplay? I don't know if it's still like that. Thanks, Mr. Duck. Really good to be playing with you again. And you're definitely, like, insane. You seriously know what you're doing. I'm getting too hot in my sweater. That must be why I'm dying over and over again. Gotta be it. It couldn't be anything else. Yeah, for X and A games on oh, I'll talk about custom hats in a second. For X and A games on Switch, they're actually the game's ported through Monogame, and yeah, polymorphics, right? It's wow. It's a IL2CPP kind of thing. Like it's a transpiler that converts C# to C++. And is the spearhead on that, and it's the most interesting piece I've ever seen. Like it's absolute magic. I can't believe it. Because the Switch doesn't run C# natively in any proper way, so you can sort of like C++ transpilers. And I think when I started the Switch version, it took me like 2 days to get a version running where you could load into the title screen and jump around and quack, and it was like 60 FPS immediately. I didn't even have to do any optimization or anything. Later on, I did when the online and stuff came in, and like the guys at Armature had a lot of work on their hands in regards to that. But yeah, Monogames saved this game multi-platform wise. Like I don't know what I would do without people like Tom Spillman, who worked tirelessly to pretty much make it so you can play games anywhere, which is such an important thing in a world where, you know, there's so many options and not everyone has every console. Yeah, the transpiler's nuts. It's it's witchcraft to me. Like I've debugged a few things with it, but whenever it gets deep, I look at the code and it's like I don't even quite understand how this is possible. Oh, I would actually, oh my, I would really like to add the ability to have custom hats do weird things, like the senpai thing and the bubbles from the inner tube and water from like the. Oh yeah, we should play 8-player. Let's definitely do that. Wow, I forgot how lit my account was. I got further than I thought I did when I implemented XP. Oh yeah, you can have that. I don't want that. Yeah, we're gonna switch to 8-player mode. You absolutely will be able to add burger ketchup to your hat. I actually wanted to. I was trying to do a system for guns too, where you could sort of write scripts and build custom weapons that would be sandboxed and they would transfer over the internet. So you could play people's random maps and have their guns show up without having to download mods ever. But that never came to fruition, and I think that the hats being able to manipulate the game might be a good place to start with that. Let's get this 8-player mod going. See if I have it already. Stuck in here. Close the game to get it. Ooh. Going fish. Okay. Gotta get the mod real quick. Yeah, thanks again for coming and listening to me spout on and on about shit that might not even make sense from other ears. I'm definitely not used to this kind of thing, but I appreciate the support and be able to kind of fight people who are seriously good at the game. Although I've realized I'm grossly underprepared for doing that. I assume we all still use the classic 8-player mod. I remember, like, I think at one point I was thinking about how to even fit 8 players into a lobby, and then I saw the, like, sort of the circular design of the 9x9 grid of the levels that you could get into the middle through, and, like, it's brilliant. It's such a good idea. It blows me away, the amount of creativity that comes from modders and, like, people who make levels and things, like, I remember there was one level, maybe we'll see it at some point, where I just did an update as it scrolled as, like, kind of a you couldn't really move until you saw where the scroll was going to show the tiles, which man, that was a cool level. Fish invite on Steam. Okay, let me see that the mod is on. Good. Yeah. Okay. Fingers crossed. Wow. So cool. Like the little pixel versions of the rooms done up too is beautiful. No one's being burgers yet, eh? Love the little saxophone room you can get into too. This is such a well-designed mod. Blows me away. Uh-oh. Someone, okay. I wonder if the absolute chaos is gonna improve chances or make them worse. Oh, Ziggy, I don't know. Why you weren't invited? Rude. To get in the next one, they can get you in here. I'd be interested in seeing some more levels. This one's new. I don't know if I've... Oh no, I remember this. Oh no! I just got downstairs. Yes! God, this level rules. The flames just still on you for some reason. Yeah, polymorphic. I did start implementing AI at one point. I got as far as getting nodes to automatically generate so that all of the edges would like have places to jump to, and I could make it so you could tell a duck to go anywhere and they could get there one way or another, but I sort of gave up when I started to think of how much work it was going to be to get them to use net guns and mind control rays and all that in a way that actually made sense, since I feel like a lot of the fun stuff in this game is very silly the way you implement it, for example, netting a duck and then throwing them against spikes, or throwing them off the level, or even like crushing another duck with them. These are all things with AI that you'd have to like specifically say that they're capable of, and it seems like I don't know, I guess local multiplayer was always kind of the bottom line, so anything that wasn't local multiplayer sort of fell to the back burner, except for online, which had to happen. That's a good point, but I would like to do some experiments with neural network learning. I think that might be a very good thing, but I know very little about the actual implementation right now. Just kind of a lot about the concept, like how it's supposed to work. Oh, cool. It's I'd absolutely be interested in like seeing any demos and things you have, Daniel, 'cause that's really fascinating to me. Well, this is looking like oh yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing your box physics thing was pretty cool too. I imagine it took a lot of optimization to get the box working that way. I'm grad. I'm currently being totally thrown around. Yes. This will never change. Forever. That game will have this. But actually wasn't that hard to do. I'll remember to do it afterwards. I'm gonna write it into guess it's evident in the code that the fourth duck appears too. I was curious, there's no purple box. Is that a... Oh, does that make this like a tournament version of the level? Nice. What's the orange all along? I might be able to help you out, Daniel. Hard to say. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I need to make sure that I'm allowed to do that. And if I give it to you, definitely don't go giving it to anyone else yet. I wish I could make this game open source. I want that, I think, more than anything right now, but Adult Swim is not really keen on that at this time, I don't think. And, unfortunately, that's up to them at the end of the day. I own Duck Game. I can make Duck Game 2 no problem, but when we're dealing with Duck Game 1, I gotta ask them real nice about stuff. Oh yeah, C#'s great for decompiling it. Like, I think a lot of the, like, anybody who's done the big, like, the stored weapons in this 8-player mod and things has definitely been through a decompiler, I think. C#'s such a great language for modding. It blows me away how I can finding ways to kill myself. Thanks. That's real talent. Red Mike, I'm the red duck. I think my body's been disposed of currently. Polymorphic, that actually sounds like a pretty fun hobby. There's so many XNA games. They're fun to mess with. I love C#. C#'s my, like, I don't even know if I'd still make games and be on a computer if it wasn't for C#. It makes everything so much easier. I think Duck Game 2 would probably still use XNA mono game. I've been working on an engine in it actually that compiles to all of the things Duck Game compiles to, and then like HTML5 and things like that. So I would probably end up using that since there's a lot of framework there. C# is best waifu for sure. Like, makes the computer feel like a friendly thing. Oh, I like this level. I'm sorry, Hourly. It's actually here. I think I can turn down the yeah, that should be better. Sorry, I'm definitely new to this. Probably still fairly loud. There we go. The problem is though that I don't think I could turn up my mic volume very much louder without it getting real crackly on me. Oh, I'm not moving. Oh, is it because I'm not focused? These are all empty, aren't they? No, they're not. The ground down there. Oh no! I've been bested. That was tight. Duck Game Ultimate Chicken Hoist crossover. That could actually probably work pretty good, eh? Nice. I assume, I can't remember, did grenades fall from the roof eventually? Or a flamethrower? Remember it. Oh, they don't need to for me. Bro NA, it's been mostly, answering questions in regards to Duck Game code and future, sort of rambling on about, a whole lot of everything and nothing at the same time, I guess. No. Well, I didn't expect the Duck Game to take off like it did. I sort of, I think at the time it was like the best thing that I could make personally. Like I thought it was the best that I could do, and I was really happy with it, and it was my baby. But at the same time, I didn't really have any illusions about it selling well or making any money or anything like that. Like I think my dream for Duck Game was to be able to make enough that I could spend another couple months coming up with a new idea and convincing a publisher to help me afford to make it. So when it ended up doing well, and I instead ended up Duck Game for like 4 years, that was definitely a pleasant surprise. Oh yeah, I love Duck Game. I love Duck Game. Hilarious. I'm better to a degree. Well, those are some flipping. I don't like that it has coins and things in it. But I don't know, Duck King makes me laugh. I see people do this all the time. Like they, I should probably learn, because if I ever was to make another version of the game and fix the collision physics here. Okay. Do it at first read twice as running. Oh, like it's like it almost pulls you up into the roof. Oh, okay. Now ragdoll. I did it! Holy crap! This is amazing! Oh my god, this is good. I absolutely know what's happening now. It makes complete sense. And there's no getting down from here now, is there? Like I'm just up here. Oh, thank you. Then you can I can ragdoll and you can. Oh, can you actually get that up through the? Oh yeah, duh. Woohoo! Okay, do you want to fight properly now? See if see who's best. I already know the answer, but I want to be cocky for a sec. Oh, that works. No, I got the point. Not like this. Never like this. That was cool though. I'm gonna do that with every door I see now. I see why people love doing that. Oh, okay. Like, does it have to have 2 blocks above it, or it works with single blocks, right? Okay. Oh, geez, that's really specific then. There's no wonder people don't do it on every door. Hmm. I want to learn. I love the rock throw in the wintertime. I like snow. That was a bit of leg. That it would have done me any good to survive. Shazam clipping is totally fun. I love breaking games. Breaking games is the best. Games with janky code are so much fun, and this definitely has a lot of that. Angle save? What's an angle save? Is that that's not to do with flying with the gun, is it? I'm curious. Whoa. Oh, the whoa. How do you jump that high? Stacy, try and shoot. Oh. Wait, so you sort of like you do a down shot and then immediately drop it while it's aiming down, and then you pick it up and you fire and shoot at the same time, or jump and shoot at the same time. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I want to when I come back to life, I want to try it out. It works with any gun, eh? Like not just a net gun, I would assume. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't know about this. Okay, let's try it with this gun. Can you do an upshot that way too then? That one's prepped. Nope. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. So like, oh, oh wait. Okay. So, ah, oh, it worked. Oh man, that's cool. So can you like throw it one frame after you go into the flap animation, and have it immediately shoot on an upward angle too? Oops. Sorry. We'll have to go to the next level. Oh, that's right. I'm dumb. I did. I used the Israeli jumping where you like what is it called, one big leap, where you kind of like you jump and you raise it at exactly the same time, and it makes you do sort of like a double height jump. Oh, he's breaking ladders. I jumped with double tapping to position fire before. Oh my. That's interesting. Greg jump. Oh yeah! That rings a bell actually. I gotta try that. Mr. Duck, I would absolutely like to shake your hand. Do you ever go to conventions or anything like that? The game. I think it's the first gimmick level I ever did, and it's sure is something. Ziggy, I want to shake your hand too. Gotta start like a duck game convention that everyone can get to. Just kind of go there and play duck game for a couple days. That would be pretty sweet. Oh, you got the quack going. You used to be able to quack so fast with the ketchup that you could like fill a gap with it and become underwater in ketchup. Can you still do that? It kind of looks like you can, eh? Oh my god. That's amazing. It's like, yeah, it makes the hat almost a bit broken compared to other hats. Like you could conceivably quack enough ketchup that you could put yourself out if you were on fire. They banned it from tournaments. Oh my god. Oh, 2019 had a tourney too? That's awesome. I missed 2019 packs. Oh, does it turn blue when it gets enough to... Aw, I should implement that properly. Aw, you sweet Lotad. You always been, you always had my back. You're a good dude. Something's gotta give, guys. Nice. Now that you mentioned Smash, like, I think that's, if I did a duck game too, that's what my inspiration would be. Is it's like, Smash is such a solid game. It's incredible. It's so fun. There's so much you could do in it. And it's like, compared to this game, there's like no bugs whatsoever in it. And I would love to have a version of duck game that I could give to people at tournaments and not cringe every now and then and be like, oh man, that shouldn't have happened. They should have won. Definitely think duck game's a lot easier to get into than Smash is. Like I played Smash since high school, and I never got good at it until like a couple years ago. Because I just sat down with my friend one day and I was like, well, we play Smash all the time. Teach me to play. Because I want to know how to play it properly so that I can have fun with it. And like knowing how to play it properly made such a big difference. Well, that was quick. What the heck is this level about? Do you have to clip through the level to get... Oh, no, I see. It's a tennis level. What? Why did a million chickens rain down from the sky? What's that about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Duck, that is a very good idea. The team system definitely... I liked it when I implemented it, but it's pretty limited. It kind of takes away the fun of hats a little bit. Oh, tongues. Tongues is, I can actually, if you ragdoll, in the version we're playing right now, you can stick a tongue out. If you hold the quack button and you use the right analog stick, you can kind of like, a little tongue will come out and you can wiggle it around. In the beta version, that's more implemented. On the Switch version, it's totally in. Dude, that sounds really cool, the Duck Game event thing, Fishbowl. It's, if you guys did something like that, I would absolutely come. Okay. Yeah, so tongues are properly synchronized in the Switch version. I am a controller man. Although until I get some practice, I don't even feel right using the word main, since main sounds like it suggests some level of skill. That I would have some intention. And I lost my skill in the Great War. Yeah, okay. That level's pretty jank. I gotta get out of here. Okay. It can only end badly. Oh, I hate that you can't do angle shots with the jetpack. Woo! I'm sorry. I got excited. Yeah, in the summer would be really cool. Wind vial. That is pretty serious. But I think it's one of those things that the amount of like, I guess I could do two versions of Duck Game. Like, I could have a branch where there's an unobfuscated version posted. But I kind of like the idea of the main Steam version being so moddable, just because, like, when people jump into it, I like that they can rip it apart and sort of have fun with it. And I feel like the people who make a mess and crash lobbies and things with modded versions, yeah, exactly, Tater. It's like they're always gonna be around, and they're gonna find a way to make a mess sometimes. And I'm really happy that Duck Game has such a good community, and that doesn't come up as a serious problem. And because it means that we can leave things like unobfuscated code in, and people can have fun with it, and we don't have to worry too much about it. So as long as possible, I would like to leave it open for people to make a mess of the game, because usually people do it with a good heart. This map was actually in the Game Maker prototype, I'm pretty sure. Like the very first version of Duck Camp. So I'm just messaging a friend of mine who was meant to come over tonight after the stream, so I will have to drop off at some point, unfortunately, but I think I'm gonna do this more often because this has been really cool, and I'm honestly really happy to have learned a few of the really weird game-breaking things that are fun to do, because they make my day. What a level. But I'm not supposed to do that. I panicked. I panicked. I've never seen such a level. I was in total combat mode. Oh yeah, Counter-Strike is so cool. Like, just in terms of like mods, and I remember the first time I logged in to one of those like obstacle course levels with a friend of mine, where you could do the weird thing where you do like the Counter-Strike jumps around corners, and the surfing thing where you go down the weird luge levels that people make. Counter-Strike rules. Yes, I will join the DG Discord again. Do I still have it on here and I just don't... Oh, I don't have permission to send messages. I might have been, Oh wait, this isn't ruled in it. I think I might be on the DG Discord still. I just never talk on it. Distinct lack of girls in Duck Game. I don't think that's necessarily true. I play against lots of girls. QC Discord. Oh, QC. Oh, okay. Oh, Quack Cocaine, yeah. Okay. Did I honestly never joined this Discord? Dang. Sorry. I thought I had. Brain is melting. Oh. My friend Brad's actually been watching. The guy who's gonna come over. He knows everything. I don't think I'll ever implement a no fun zone patch. No, it's a different Brad. Brad Dungeon and Brad, my friend Brad, are different Brads, but they're both quality folks. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do a serious mode, or like I want to improve things that mess up tournament play and things like that, but at the same time, maybe a tournament mode, but never something that fixes all the weird bugs at this point. Like, that would be a Duck Game 2 thing for sure, just because they're like part of the fun now, I think. Secret voice channel. Sounds very secret. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, I think I could add a way to select maps on the default, or default maps on the Switch version. I know you can, I think you could export the maps from the PC version to an SD card, and you might be able to load them on the Switch version. I'm pretty sure you have access to SD card maps. Co-op mode. Oh my god. I don't remember the last time I did co-op mode. Has somebody... Oh, hey, Mr. Duck. Welcome back. I would like to add more single-player arcades. I have a bunch of challenges that have been on the back burner. Especially for... there's a few things that that I've been meaning to add still. Like, for example, I want a sort of a spike ball or a spike block that the magnet gun can use, so you can have levels where you sort of you pull it back and forth into people, so that the magnet gun can actually be used more as a weapon itself. And then I would like a challenge that's all just to do with manipulating the magnet blocks. And then I'd also like I actually have pipes implemented, like sort of that you can run any which way you want, and have different colors of them that go to different places. And there's like a little bit of a, like if you hold jump while you're going through the pipe, you can kind of release it when you come out to have the pipe shoot you out less far, and you can send fire and water and other things through the pipe. And I would like some challenges related to that stuff too. Oh yeah, the CTF mode. That was actually... Burger's ever gonna get in the... Burgers might be AFK. Yeah, the CTF mode was kind of an experiment a long time ago, and it was fun to play with, but I guess I don't know why I never finished it. Different modes, I think. Like, I kind of wanted the game to have one mode, but then wall mode and things came in, so things change. Oh yeah, that's true. Nobody... We should do more open game. I didn't even think of that. This is kind of like a restricted game, eh? It would be nice for everybody to be able to join. Especially in 8-player mode. Okay, I think I'm gonna, like... Oh, okay. Okay, I wanna do one open game before before the stream's over. So is it okay if I back out of this game and I host an 8-player game that's just totally open? This is a lot of fun, but it would be good to get everybody in, like have a chance, because I also it would be nice to be able to have an edge, some kind, if there's any benefit to it. Play with people maybe more on my own level. Man, I love this. All right. Yeah, the lobby is open. Everyone can come. Ziggy, you should definitely join. Do you have the 8-player mod? Uh, That's okay. Everybody is welcome. Yeah, no problem. Oh. Does the hard hat not? Oh. I think the hard hat might only fart in single player mode. I don't know if I ever implemented the farting online, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. That's like a separate workshop thing, isn't it? Let's see, all-time most popular. Which map pack do I want? Do I want 8-player Insanity? Doesn't look right. Unless it's been updated recently. Nice hat. Okay. Although, this is just one map, isn't it? Oh my goodness, the saxophones are digging into my soul. It's a beautiful sound. Oh, do I just have to turn them on? Do they come with the map? Okay. Or do they come with a mod? Oops. I must not have them. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Oh no. Mark, what happened? Your build's all messed up? Like you got a stuck version or something? Hmm. Uh, is it crashing totally silently? The burger, I've never I haven't done any custom hats like that on Switch, unfortunately. Blames it on maps. Hmm. Uh, maybe you might have to like delete your you might have to delete your map folders in my documents. I'm not completely sure what's going on there. Would you be able to like show the actual error? Or? Don't make fun of Winamp. Or are you maybe that's me projecting because Winamp gives me trouble all the time. Love Winamp. Oh yeah, the crash log system was very good addition. I remember before I had it. The new level and levels. Sorry, my mind's in a bunch of places at once here. I feel like I don't know anything about how to get these maps working still. And I bet that if I open up the map picker again, it's probably gonna blow up on me. Could someone else, like Mr. Duck, would you be able to host the lobby and have it be open? That'd probably be easier. Although he's not here right now. Or though you're still on the Twitch maybe. Okay. Here, I'm gonna try picking the maps again, because I never learn. I kind of want to take a closer look at what the error was. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's expecting to find something in there, and it's just I don't have it. Oh yeah, Ziggy, if you can host, that would be amazing. That would be really cool. I can definitely look into this problem later. It's on stream. I'm kind of like I got melted yogurt brains here, so whenever it comes to actually figuring out anything half intelligent, I cannot do it. It's kind of bad. I get stage fright pretty bad, I think. Also, Brad, if you wanted to like head over anytime, that's totally cool. I think I'm ready for you. Oh, CSCCO. That'd be okay too, but I think that I think Ziggy might be able to. Pretty much all the 8-player maps would be good. Like anything 8-player is good with me. Oh hey. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna work, is it? We might have to disconnect and join Ziggy as soon as he gets the match up here. I think Ziggy's got one up, so let's be able to. Cause yeah, I don't know who has the maps or how to get them exactly, like which place on the forums it is. So. See you, Mano Bagels. Thanks for coming. All right. Yeah, Burger, absolutely. Send them over. I'll check them out. That sounds really cool. Oh, I need a hat. Yeah, definitely 100% customs would be cool. Oh, 4v4, sure. What do we want to do for teams? Teams false. I'm just gonna get in the beam. Oh, we're actually gonna do it? Cool. Or Yeah. There's fairy internet maps. I didn't actually know that. Definitely seen a few fairly inappropriate custom maps, but I haven't seen variants. I think a lot of them, like a lot of the funny maps, kind of get banned, and then they're not around anymore. So, and like, there's so many maps that the internet maps like gets pretty rare. Oh my god, it is so long. Are we all being senpai? Thanks, X-Man. This is very cool. Top right there, it's spinning though. I really gotta fix the connection code. Oh shoot, that's right. Oops. We're going back on the team. That's okay. It was fun to see that many senpais in a row. We still got 4 of them, looks like. Eight-player thing's pretty hard to get going. Aw. Oh, the global match. Oh, that makes sense. I should probably have just put a global matchmaking mode into the game. Just have it off by default, because it's the only reason I didn't have it is like I didn't want people to start like get the game in the first place and then get connected to a bunch of people who were like 500 milliseconds ping away and then play the game and be like, wow, this is really hard to play. So I kind of like I kept the matchmaking local, but honestly, like having a setting should not be a bad thing. Thanks, Burger. I'll check it out. Okay, Battle Royale. I can't lie. I've definitely thought of it, but I don't know. It'd be hard in like a 2D game like this. To it would be interesting. It might actually still be fun. Been some pretty good top-down ones. Jade. Yeah, I can. The only thing is that there's 2 of them to sift through. There they are. I remember there was one point, I think, when the game first came out that I accepted a lot of friends' requests, and like I got to the point where Steam said that I couldn't accept any more. Like I'd reached the maximum, which I think was at like 150 or something like that. But they've changed so much since then. I bet it's not a thing anymore. Accept all friend requests button. this later. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing another 4-player match. It would be nice to get into something. Rip indeed. No, that's just that's not moonshine. It's just like a mason jar full of water. I like the mason jars because they hold a lot of it. It's got like pints written on the side or something. So if I was ever curious about whether I'm drinking enough water, it's not that hard to figure out. Okay. Yeah, it was good to have you here, Daniel. It's definitely like keep in touch on Twitter and stuff, and I love seeing the stuff that you're doing, and I'd be interested in seeing more of the like neural network experiments and stuff. So that campaign is the dream. That's I think it's gonna happen one day. Duck Game RPG have arcade machines around Duck Game RPG that just have Duck Game on them. Ziggy, you could host, but if we're just going back to vanilla, then actually, yeah, I guess browse games. Yeah, okay, that would be cool. I gotta write these montage reaction requests down. I didn't realize that there were so many. The Duck and Spelunky too. Man, I don't know. That would be pretty unreal. Spelunky's like the original Spelunky's like the best game ever made. I think it's so good. Uh, Huge inspiration. I love Spelunky. Oh, Jade. Yeah. I think if I on me now. Second best game. Oh. Hello, Tad. Untrue. Untrue. But melts my heart anyway. Oh, this time it crashed. Man, is Duck Game really this easy to crash? Just go into the server browser twice. I'm so sorry I left you guys with a version like this. Like it's been so long since I've seen the state of the latest Steam version. Oh, I think the beta tag is removed in the latest versions. When the update comes, Fine Game definitely won't be beta. Oh, Lotad, you should join. You should like how do you even I think I've already said it like this is gonna be a big list. Been a very long time since I've played with Lotad. And I'll open the last slot. Lotad! And Mr. Duck to clean house. Alright. Sorry Stardust. It's got this I definitely wanna play a match with these guys. It's been a long time. Well, except for Mr. Duck, I played with him pretty recently, but oh no, Lotad, where'd you go? Oh, controls don't work? What happened? Are you not able to play? Give him a minute. I haven't played with Jade or Lotad. That's where 8-player was good for having more people play at once. But that was a lot of a cluster there trying to get it all sorted out. I guess the answer to this is I just gotta play Duck Game more so that I can play with more people and get better again. Oh, okay. Lotad, do you want to host? Duck Game movie. Okay, well we could open it up for now. In the meantime, know what the right answer is. Ah, okay. Very sad. Okay. Another time. Gotta get you a new USB. Handy. Okay. I'll definitely add you, Mr. Duck. I just gotta figure out where you are on Steam. Six out of 4. There. Tab used to bring up the. Going. Nice. That is the ultimate way to end that level. Dude, micro USB cables are terrible. They're just like the worst invention. USB-C is so much better. I'm glad that it's taking over. Dang. This is why we need 32-player. If we had 32-player, there'd be no problem at all. Actually, like, yeah, a 32-player mode where people can just drop in and out would be amazing. I'm pretty excited about new meta. I like when people find new ways to play games. Sometimes they're more fun than the original way. I know, like, I played original Duck games so much, a lot of it, like, there was a while where I just spent all my time trying to do angle shots. I didn't care about anything else. Oh, angle shot war. Yeah, actually, like, I'm kind of excited about the drop in, drop out extreme amount of players mode now. But I wonder if it'd be janky, like if I could release it in the actual game, or if I'd have to just release it as like a mod of my own. Because I think the game could support it. It might just need a little bit of like backup on the code side. And 24 players. Dude, 5004, that's such a specific number. I like that. Limited to like make the 7 players mod. Cool. Sweets, I do watch a bit of anime. Not nearly enough. I used to watch a lot more. But not all that much anymore. I'm trying to think of the last one I watched. If you have any suggestions, I'm always open. This is serious. I hate this floating magnum. Uh-oh. Why did I let this happen? Oh, Mob Psycho 100 is incredible. Yeah, absolutely. I love Mob Psycho so much. Everyone's all like, oh man, yeah, One Punch Man kicks ass. And it's like, it's cool, but I don't know. I like Mob Psycho more. Mob Psycho is so good. Oh, pretty. Oh, original Berserk's interesting. The last Berserk I saw was like some janky 3D one that came out a couple years ago, and I wasn't that stoked on it, but I've heard really good things about Berserk. Yeah, the shooting through walls and like the big glitch is becoming meta. Like some of that I like, some of that I don't. Like I really like it in the case of where a bunch of friends are playing together and they all know how to do it. I like weird glitching less in the case of like when somebody new's playing online and then they come into the game and they see people breaking through walls and things, and I think to a new player it'd be easy to be like, oh, they're hacking, or oh, I have no idea how they're doing that. I'm clearly out of my league. Man, the pixel art on that pimp hat's great. It's a good hat. Oh yeah, JoJo's. I gotta watch JoJo's. I've only seen a few episodes of JoJo's. I've actually read more of the comic than I've watched the show, but I love the character designs in it. They're so good. Yeah, people like to assume it's hacks, for sure. Like, even in games, like, when some completely legit happens, sometimes just like, there's no way you shot me that fast. No, they're just pretty good at the game. Although sometimes I guess you get in like Modern Warfare and wall hacks and stuff, and so it gets hard to tell. I'm alive. Oh boy. Nope. That was okay. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Yeah, Burger. The dev times are. That was probably one of the hardest parts of making the game. I think near the end was that was a sick shot, by the way. I think one of the hardest parts of making the game at the end was just trying to set good dev times, because I'm usually not that hardcore at challenges in games, but I really wanted the dev times to be hard to beat, and I think I did okay with that. I don't know if I could play guitar. I would like to do more instrument streams. My guitar playing is very functional right now. I feel like I could play you guys everything that I know how to play in like 10 minutes. But I'm gonna do more instrument streams, so definitely if you want to see that, it'll be available at some point. Oh, Sniper 101. Oh, okay, Sniper 101, like, I don't know. I think I had, like, fever dreams about that challenge after a while. Like, I always, whenever I go to pass all the challenges and get all the dev times again, I always get stuck on that one too. And it's like, what the hell was I doing the first time I did it? Like, I think if all the dev times take me like an hour to get when I'm in a good place, the Sniper 101 takes me like 15 minutes of that. I think I just got a really, really good round. And like with some of them too, I don't think Sniper 101's so bad for that, but there's a bit of random to it where, oh yeah, this ledge. I remember this. I was gonna come get you. Some of the levels, like they have the random where it changes how the things come up, and so some of the dev times get a little bit messy at that point, because it's like, oh well, for someone who's really paying close attention to how to get the best time, there's some like configurations that just don't work, or it's like, oh, it's sending me across the map back and forth like 3 times. There's no way I can get a good time now. Thanks, bro, Duck. I'll definitely do more piano streams in the future. I gotta get back into it. I really enjoyed doing them. I should start doing them with a microphone again too, because it's good to be able to talk to you guys. Oh, LJM, you play piano? Ziggy, yeah, for sure. Bass is so much fun. I wish I could play bass. I gotta practice. Oh, nice. Yeah, piano's great. I love piano. It's always gonna be the instrument I go back to. That's cool that so many of you play it. Actually, oops. Yeah, that's I'll accept a bunch of Steam requests as soon as I'm done here, and I'll try to log on to Steam more often, especially with the imminent Duck Game update stuff that should be happening. Dang, cello and piano songs on bass. Dude, do you slap it? Can you slap pretty fierce? That's how I like playing bass. I'm bad at it, but slapping rules. Oh yeah. There'll definitely be new maps in the future. I have a couple that actually there's a whole, when I implement the pipes, there's a whole series of new city maps that I want to implement, so there should be like a dozen new maps coming. Oh. Oh, do you guys know about Santa's sleigh on this level? That's something that I don't know if I've seen in a... That the level only comes up during Christmas time, and if you fire a gun up into the air, like there's a bunch of stuff up there, and like just presents and fire will rain down from the sky. Okay, yeah, you guys know. Yeah, there was, I think I added a couple new songs in the Switch version. There's probably more where that came from. I managed to... Ooh. Oh, I had high hopes for that. The rainbow is definitely just kind of like a special thing. The 1 day a year thing. It's actually fixed in the Switch version, because on the PC version, I think the rainbow actually, like when the screen goes up, you can see the bottom of the rainbow hover off the ground when it scrolls up to show the scores. So that's been fixed. The capes when rendering. The capes are like, I think they are inspired by my friend Andrew, who made a game called Super Puzzle Platformer, and then another one called Kingsway. He had Mr. Serious in his Super Puzzle Platformer game had a cape on, and I liked the cape so much. I think I asked him at one point, like, "What the heck are you doing to do the cape?" And then it's kind of just like a trail where it keeps adding new vertices at the previous position and like traveling along it. I'd have to look at the code again, but it's brilliant. It's a good dev. Just a variant on what he was doing. Nice. Oh yeah, the flags as capes are definitely coming to PC. That's absolutely. And if I end up doing a variation on the teams, the way the teams work, that'll make the capes even better, because then more than one person can wear them at a time. As for Duck Game, I think I just called it that because that's kind of what it was to me. It's like what I always called it during development, and when they asked me what the name of the game was, I didn't even really think of anything else. I was like, oh, this is called Duck Game. It's the Duck Game. I don't think that's been taken, so that's kind of all it led to, really, is it's just felt right. And I like how it turned out, I think. That was cool. Oh yeah, Quack 3. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Broduck's right. It's it was a joke. And I'd seriously considered calling the game Quack 3 Arena at one point, but I decided that was just too off the wall. As for making new games, there's actually there's a whole lot of code that I hope doesn't go to waste. I spent the last couple years updating Duck Game, but there's a few projects. There's one dead project that we worked on. I worked on with a roommate. He's a really good artist, and we were doing a Civilization / Advanced Wars style game, but I wanted to make it sort of like quicker than those games and have more opportunity for when you're in Civilization, a lot of times you play turn-based games and you decide, oh well, I'm screwed, and now it's going to take like 2 hours to finish the game, so this isn't really that fun. That I'm just going to have to be screwed for 2 hours. So we kind of wanted to make a shorter turn-based strategy game that gives options to people who fall behind, so that they can still have fun. And we put a lot of work into that, and I had map generation, and he did like art for all kinds of units, and we had modding support, but it kind of just like went on the back burner. And the game was even actually, oh no, it's a different roommate than Andrew. It's my roommate Dayton that I worked with on that one. He's Farfin on Twitter. Farfin maybe. Yeah, we we had a prototype of a turn-based strategy game to the point where you could like you could write mods for it and play it online with up to like however many people as you wanted. I was working on writing AI for it, but then it kind of just fell away for a while, and we never really went back to it. And then there was another game actually that yeah, the turn-based strategy game, I really want to go back to it one day. Like I don't know if I can explain the things that I liked about it, but I felt like something really cool was happening. Like all the technology kind of came in books that you could find on the map, and like to get different tech trees, and we wanted all different kinds of like weird stuff like super science and dinosaurs, and we wanted to like I lost my train of thought. I was thinking too much of super science and dinosaurs. The heck, because like the concept of the game changed a lot over time. Like every one of your city has citizens in it, but the citizens you actually use to build units, so you have to sort of like educate them to be super soldiers, or like train them into swordsmen and stuff. We actually even had mountable units like horses, and you could train people to be horses, which was kind of weird. I wasn't sure what we were gonna do about that. So you could like send someone to university and then like get them to be a horse, and they would like give you a money benefit on whatever tile they were on because of it. It was a weird game. Yeah, DG2 should just be like, that game 2 could be all the projects that I haven't finished, like smashed together into one crazy game that doesn't make sense. It'd be like the Frog Fraction style thing where the game just keeps deciding that it wants to be something else. I think I'll definitely like. I hope the turn-based game gets more work done on it one day. That we go back to it. Other than that, we had a 3D farming game we were working on for like a year that got pretty far as well. And I guess the only thing that I've been working on that might come out fairly soon is there's an online game development tool called Bitsy that lets you sort of like draw 8x8 tiles and make little story games where you draw a little guy and he moves around, and when you bump him into stuff, you can put dialogue on it and have the game tell a story. And I've been working on a browser-based version of that, but that works with 16x16 tiles and has a really sort of like straightforward 2-if statement coding system that uses drop-downs that's meant to be really intuitive, but like require you to sort of bend the rules in order to implement more complicated game features. And that's almost done. Like a game development tool that I'll probably just release at one point. Yeah, I think you're right, Bro Duck. I can't remember. Cause like I had my roommates were making games in it for a while as like a like test to get it working. They made some pretty cool stuff. Duck Game Farmville. But I don't know. This is all hard to explain, and I'm not a good explainer. I like that I can have the trophy, even though it makes me feel like maybe at the end of the day I'm not a loser. 2v2. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like I should get going pretty soon here, because my brain's melting. Some more water soon. My friend's coming over before too long, so Yeah, I'm sorry if this stream's had a lot of like rambling and mind melting kind of stuff. I want to start doing them more so that I can try to give you guys more interesting information and like play with more of you guys and have it be more meaningful and less like spontaneous. But definitely some like there's no plan here. I'm glad it worked out as well as it did considering, and just super nice of Riv Otter to invite me to be part of the Ducksember thing. This has been unreal. Oh no. Man, I just on a one-on-one, I cannot take you. There'll definitely be more. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution, is to be better connected with you guys and to sort of exist more. So I get a bit afraid of existing sometimes, I think, and nothing to be afraid of. That's perfect. Adored. Aw. I don't know if I'd be a good dad. Spend all my time on the computer. I have to learn to go out, and we'd have to play basketball because I miss playing basketball. Go to the park, get one of them little airplanes, and fly it around for 1 minute before it smashes into the ground and is never flyable again. Oh yeah, VR games. Good point. Oh, I'll see you, Burger. Thanks for coming. This was awesome. Definitely send me montages. Or I assume you already have. I'll check them out. I do have VR. I don't take much advantage of it though. I pretty much only use it for playing piano. Like, I like to, there's those videos you can get where it just kind of scrolls through, like, fractal landscapes. And I like to just put those on and, like, press keys on the piano until I'm satisfied. VR is incredible. I would love to make a VR game. I'd love to make a 3D game in general. Just, like, something that, gotta get, Blender figured out. It's totally magical. I think that when VR becomes popular enough that there's like a lot more content like that, it's gonna be seriously awesome. Oh nice, Ziggy, you use Blender as well? Blender is like, I feel like you have to be like one with the machine to learn how to use it, but then as soon as you know how, it's like so powerful. I should try Beat Saber. I've actually really wanted to try Beat Saber. Beat Saber looks like such a good time. That reminds me, I did want to do Duck Game VR at one point. And it was just going to be like the exact same game running in a sandbox with like, you're on a couch with 3 other people the way the game was intended to be, and you just have Duck Game on the TV. I thought it would be cool to have a mode like that. Oh, Zlody, I'm sorry. I keep missing your questions. I'm really sorry about that. It's the stream's probably gonna be up only for a little longer. I think my friend might be arriving soon, so it'll be up as long as him. Less than half an hour, for sure. Actually, scrolling through, I noticed you were talking about Crusader Kings 2 at one point too, which is an amazing game. It's extremely fun. And I do run in circles in game. And, well, yeah, completely stand still, too. Nice. That was, like, your own invention. That was pretty good. Yeah, sorry again, Zlody. Didn't mean to be missing all that. I have not seen Duck Hunt VR, actually, but that sounds like exactly the right kind of thing to play in VR. Oh, this is empty. This is totally empty. What am I gonna do here? That wasn't empty. Man, if I could shoot up. I'll have to check out Duck Season. Oh yeah, Ziggy, that's another thing I actually love about Blender, is that it runs on anything. It's such a good piece of software. And it's open source. It's like, how should we be so lucky? I love open source stuff. Oh. I've thought a lot about new guns to add. I have a few things in mind, but nothing solid yet. It's I feel like a lot of the guns kind of cover a lot of the areas I wanted to cover. It's hard to think of an idea for a gun that that either hasn't been done yet or that I haven't seen done really well on a mod already. Some of the guns in the mods actually, like the they have that I think it's in Dord's Weapons, where there's like the book, and as soon as you read it, it like locks the screen and it makes the borders into wrapping borders, so it sort of like converts any part of the level into a repeating like infinite. That I don't know how came up with that. That is such a good weapon. Oh yeah, the fidget spinners are fun too. The like fidget spinner gun. Oh, the portal gun. There's like a half implemented portal gun in Duck Game that I could never quite get working right. Dude, I hope I can make Duck Game open source one day. I would absolutely love the help. I feel like there's so much you guys could do with it, and even just like take it, and if it was open source, I mean, it's like a platformer engine. People can make new games in it. I'd be totally cool with that. Sweet. I don't know if I'll ever add community maps, just because I feel like they're kind of there's something that you can go get, and the vanilla Duck Game is always meant to be. Although, I guess it's not. There are some pretty good community maps. The big thing, I guess, would be contacting people and getting permission and crediting them properly and things like that. Because it could be nice to have like a community update. Punching Glove would be pretty badass. I think there's actually a sprite for that somewhere. As for the, I think the guns that make someone ragdoll, I like. I think that there was at one point where I decided design-wise I didn't like the idea of a gun that makes someone ragdoll without dying, just because I know in conventions and things, whenever people accidentally press the ragdoll button, they'd always say like, "Oh, I died," and they'd put the controller down and they wouldn't realize that they were only lying down. So especially if someone got hit with a gun and then they just went ragdoll, I feel like it would be easy to think like, "Oh, I'm dead." And then the round would end and it would be you ragdolled on the ground, which would be pretty funny, actually. Yeah, I guess it might not be too hard to get permission. I'll have to think about that, because there's so much good community content for this game. Oh yeah, the pipes. I've played a bunch of GM Piero's maps. Sorry, they're excellent. They're super good. As for the pipes, they are sort of like teleporters, but there's like an in and an out point, and you can put them. They're like vertical teleporters where you jump down, but you can see where the teleporter goes based on a pipe that leads to the other end, and you can like ragdoll into it or throw people into it that way, or send fire through it. It's a lot like a teleporter with a little bit of differences, just because of the verticality of it and the fact that you can actually trace the pipes. That's not a bad idea, using Discord for the live chat. It is sad that the chat moves quick enough and it's sort of like hard to keep track of, and you lose the history on it. Oh yeah, we could definitely get more logic gates and better wires. I feel like wires is something that never really got implemented as much as it should have been. Like, it was a sort of a last minute addition. Dang. There's a lot wires could do. I think it's like the crystal pipes. You guys could definitely. I guess we've been. Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of just let it go. Like, I let the. Every time the match ends, we just start a new one, and it's not very considerate to the fact that nobody else really gets to play that way. I apologize. But I think I'm gonna. I would like to do 8-player again, but I think I have to. I think I have to call it for the night after this round, because I'm losing my voice, and I have a friend coming over soon. I'm sorry, but I want to do this more in the future. So, like, I'm gonna try to do a regular stream where I play and have people play Duck Game, and like hopefully get a lot more people actually able to play. I'm sorry, my brain just goo right now. But thank you for coming. Thank you so much. If I've gotten anything out of tonight, it's that 32-player mode absolutely needs to happen, if only for situations like this. I would like to do another stream sometime soon. I could try to do one before I go home for Christmas, and if not then like starting next year, I'll start doing them regularly, at least until the Duck Game update comes out. Thank you, Phantom. This quack cocaine is incredible. I'm glad to be on the Discord now. You guys have done so much, and I feel like all the meta stuff and all the stuff people figure out and all the hats and the mods, like, never would have come this far, like the game itself, if it wasn't for people like you guys. So thank you for that. That's just like, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm very moved. Oh, Tom. Tom's here. Tom was the man on the Switch version of Duck Game. He's the reason why one of the main reasons why it's so solid and so good. He's a game developer as well, and his stuff is unreal. It's thanks for coming, Tom. You were at. It's good to have you here. There's so many quality of life things that you added to the game, just like menus. Tom's the kind of guy who would look at the things in the menus and stuff and be like, "Why did you do this?" And I would have no answer and be like, "You know what? I've never even thought of it before. I have no idea why it's that way, and it's just not right." Oh, Christmas party! I'm jealous. Hello. Christmas parties are so fun. Tom's definitely the guy. He's everyone on the Armature team that worked on the Switch version of Duck Game did a super good job, and they're all amazing people. But Tom definitely like had an obsession with making everything perfect with it, and I think it shows. I could stream on YouTube. I've never really thought of it before. I guess I've kind of just always used Switch. I should look into that. There technically is a Duck Game mobile. If you count Duck King, but Duck King's not very good. And it's probably going to get taken down at some point. So I'm not going to be the catalyst to that. I don't know if there'll ever be a proper mobile version of the game. Just because I feel like the tactile buttons are really important, and the touchscreen kind of doesn't do it justice. And that's not true, Tom. But I loved coming to Austin to help with the Switch port. It was a lot of fun, and but I feel like you guys you could have figured it out one way or another, even though I gave you guys a hell of a lot of crap to sift through. I was really glad to be able to help. What's the good weapons on this level? Oh wait, that's right, there are none. Duck Kings is like a weird it's like a Duck Game ripoff that was on Android and iPhone, but it's only on iPhone now because the Android version was taken down. But it's not official, and it's not I don't endorse it or anything like that, but I do think it's kind of funny that it exists. And it's kind of a janky version of the game too. I've actually played it, and it's like better than I thought it would be, but it's not great. I just realized I completely mindlessly did murder on the band level. That's a party foul. Shouldn't have done that. Come here. Yay! Oh yeah. Yeah. Duck Game Ouya would be very easy to convert to an Android version. Oh, I didn't do the door thing. Yeah, I'll definitely check out YouTube out of curiosity. I'm glad it works through OBS, which is another incredible piece of open source software that I feel like I don't deserve. It's like any open source software. The world's a beautiful place. I don't think it has arcade. I think the weird janky iPhone version is like network play only. All right, Mr. Duck. Yeah, well, we should probably call it here. So, but you won, didn't you? Oh no. Oh hey. Shocking. Amazing that I can be looking at the screen and looking through it sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna be on Discord more often, so well, hopefully the start of another existence. That was fun though. I don't know if I'll be able to. attend the other streams. What day are the next streams on? I'm pretty sure I'm going home because I'm going home for Christmas on the 20th, and I had just gotten back from visiting Japan a few days ago, so I've been unable to catch a lot of it, unfortunately. But actually, the next stream I might be able to catch. First, oh, definitely gonna be away for those. I think I'll be at my computer. Too bad. It's well. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to make it to the other streams, unfortunately. But whoa, that movement. If I get more involved next year, that's definitely, like, I'm gonna look at the montages. I'm gonna try to get involved in more of the tournaments and see more of the things that go on. So I've definitely been a bit guilty. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. That's I wish we could have played Lotad, but we'll have to play another time when your computer's not on the fritz, when your controllers aren't all wild like that. That's micro USB has ruined yet another good thing. Thanks, Dord, and Nick, and Floaty, and Mr. Duck, and everybody's. I don't know what to say. It's watching myself die in Duck Game. Oh yeah, Underground. I do miss you guys. Yeah, I was off Discord for a long time. I'm just getting back into it now, so like I'm definitely gonna try popping in. I just gotta jump in. That game poster. Oh, that would be cool. Yes, all this merch. Game needs an update. Needs an update more than merch for sure. Aw. We'll play next time. Keyboard controls are they're no way to live. Gotta have that gamepad. Oh yeah, the Switch art for Duck Game. That was Nina Matsumoto that did that, and he's like it's like blown away and honored that someone draws so good, willing to do the store art for Duck Game. Like her art's amazing. Like melting here with all the good feelings about things. It's been a good stream. It's sorry to go on, and for anyone who hasn't had questions answered, and sorry for not watching streams more and, you know, reacting to videos and to the community and not being on Discord as much as I should. These are things that I'm gonna try to get better at. But there's definitely art for doing a poster, so we can probably make that happen. Yeah, I definitely need practice. I've been Oh, oh, I missed that question about the vines and chains. Uh, Vines and chains, I've never really considered them broken in multiplayer because the reason that they don't work is because they use complex physics chains, and I think the only way that I can think to make them work in multiplayer is to have each computer simulate their own chain and render it independently of what the other ducks are seeing, because basically, like, you've seen what happens with the two ragdolls, or with the, like, if two people grab one ragdoll and they do the whirlwind thing, um, vines and chains are the same way. Like, if two ducks grab the same vine or chain, it goes crazy. And as fun as that is to watch, when the vines are on every level, it kind of becomes a thing where it's like, the ragdoll thing's like a fun secret. It would just make vines broken, I think. So that's why it's not in. Although it might be fun just to add like a code hook or something so that you can enable them from the console. That I might be able to do. Or the other way. John Mallard online, I've thought a lot about that. The reason he's not online is because, for one thing, I love that you can push shit through the door like that. For one thing, the recording. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the recording code takes a lot of CPU power, and the online implementation also takes a lot of CPU power. So the recording and the online together on the console versions causes a lot of lag. So that's the main reason why John Mallard's not online right now. But that's not something that I can't get around, so I should. I don't know if he'll ever get in or not, but that was fun. State office. Oh. What you mean a cave update? I don't think. Oh, John Mallard, he's weird. He always hates everything or he loves everything. But there's stuff in between. Like, he can say other things, but John Mallard 90% of the time either says ugh or whoa, that was insane nonstop action. Because I think when I was implementing the like values for everything, the game in code got more exciting and I didn't adjust the values to compensate for it, so either it doesn't enter the window at all or it goes past the window and there's like a little tiny area of in-game excitement that can land among other values. So yeah, you do. Yeah, I think you get points for shooting doors down, for breaking boxes, for being on fire, for shooting nets. I remember there's a coolness. Yeah, you lose coolness if you throw keys off the map. That's one specific thing I remember, because I like the idea of that being a rude thing to do, that you just take the key and huck it so no one could enjoy it. Uh, those systems though, like the coolness and the excitement for the computer to generate the replays, like that's all code that I haven't looked at in probably 4 years now, so I barely remember how it works. But yeah, okay, I think I've gotta go. But I'll accept all the friend requests on Steam, and I'll be on Discord more often. And there'll be more streams like this in the future. So, uh, thank you again, everyone, for everything. Like over the last 4-5 years, like this entire lifetime of Duck Game to me, and you guys' support, and everyone, like all the kind people I've met, and sort of, the world's really not such a bad place. It's a beautiful place, and I'm glad to have been able to make something that people want to play, and